Bribery. Just saying the word leaves a bad taste, doesn't it? Like finding a cockroach in your takeout, it's immediately off-putting. Bribery is a cancer on society. It eats away at fairness and trust. Bribery hurts everyone. It creates a two-tiered system. One for the privileged, one for everyone else. It undermines our democracy. We're diving deep into the muck of bribery. Imagine a house built on sand. That's what a government riddled with bribery looks like. It's unstable, unreliable, and bound to collapse. Why? Because bribery undermines the very principles of good governance, transparency, accountability, and the rule of law. When decisions are made based on who's greasing the wheels instead of what's best for the people, democracy crumbles. Politicians become puppets dancing to the tune of the highest bidder, their loyalty bought and paid for. And the citizens? They're left feeling powerless, betrayed, and disillusioned. This isn't just some abstract concept, folks. This is real life. It's the difference between clean water initiatives being implemented and polluted rivers being ignored. It's the difference between affordable healthcare being accessible and vital medications remaining out of reach for those who need them most. Bribery creates a breeding ground for cynicism and distrust. It makes people question the motives behind every decision, every policy, every law. And once that trust is eroded, it's incredibly difficult to rebuild. Let's talk specifics, shall we? Because bribery isn't just some vague threat. It's a global epidemic with real-world consequences. Remember the FIFA scandal? Soccer officials taking millions in bribes to rig bids for hosting the World Cup. Talk about a global own goal. Or how about the infamous Odebrecht scandal, a Brazilian construction giant caught bribing officials across Latin America to secure lucrative contracts? The fallout from that one is still being felt today, with economies destabilized and public trust shattered. But it's not just in the halls of government or international organizations where bribery rears its ugly head. It's happening in our own backyards, folks. Think about construction permits being fast-tracked for a donation to the right official, or university admissions being rigged for the children of wealthy donors. These examples might seem worlds apart, but they all share a common thread: the abuse of power for personal gain, and that, my friends, is the very essence of bribery. Section 4, the high cost of corruption. Now let's talk numbers. Because bribery isn't just a moral issue, it's a financial drain on society. The World Bank estimates that corruption, of which bribery is a key player, costs developing countries trillions of dollars each year. That's money that could be used for schools, hospitals, infrastructure, the things that actually benefit people. But it's not just about the money, folks. Bribery also creates a climate of unfair competition. Small businesses unable to afford the facilitation payments demanded by corrupt officials get squeezed out. Innovation suffers, and the gap between the rich and the poor widens. Then there's the social cost. When people lose faith in their institutions, they become disillusioned and apathetic. Civic engagement plummets, and the very fabric of society begins to unravel. This is how countries spiral into chaos and instability, folks. It might sound dramatic, but it's the harsh reality. Section 5, fighting back. Strategies for a bribery-free world. Bribery is bad, really bad. But what can we do about it? It's not inevitable like greed or reality TV. We're not giving up. We need stronger laws and tougher enforcement. Hold both bribe takers and givers accountable. Punishments must fit the crime. No more slaps on the wrist. Laws alone aren't enough. Change the culture of corruption. Promote transparency and accountability. Empower citizens to speak out. Educate the next generation on integrity. Close loopholes for multinational corporations. Shine a light on shady practices. Section 6, our collective responsibility. Look, folks, this isn't just a job for governments and law enforcement. Fighting bribery is a collective responsibility. It's about each and every one of us making the conscious decision to do what's right, even when it's difficult, even when no one is watching. It's about refusing to participate in a system that rewards dishonesty and greed. It's about speaking out against corruption, even when it's uncomfortable. And it's about demanding better from our leaders, our institutions, and ourselves. This won't be easy. Bribery thrives in the shadows. But together, we can shine a light on this insidious practice and create a world where integrity and fairness prevail. Remember, folks, the future is in our hands. Let's make it a bribe-free one